You did some acting or something, or a little bit acting or something, didn't you?
As I was growing up as a kid, yeah, for sure I did. My mother always thought it would be a good idea to keep myself entertained, so she ran me around for a bunch of auditions. I did a few fashion shows at the P&E, which is the Pacific National Expedition,
That's when
and
Speedos were in.
I did yeah, and you should have seen me in one. I'm telling you.
No
Uh,
thanks.
Maybe I'll send you a photo and you can post it too. Or you can put me up there on the Titanic.
In the swimming pool. Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's
awesome.
funny.
I actually did a Super Soaker commercial for
Okay.
which was the James Bond Super Soaker commercial where the front of the gun was the grip to hold it, but
Okay.
the James Bond part was is you could turn the spray nozzle. You could
Oh,
point at one person,
I
but you
remember
could turn
that.
the nozzle and spray
Yeah.
the other guy over
And
there.
you were the kid that promoted that.
Yeah, no, I was in that commercial.
You're now fully trained, Special Agent. You have your assignment and your special equipment.
When you want a special water gun, you want the Super Soaker multi-directional soaker. Like our regular Super Soakers, the MDS delivers a drenching spray, but it also has an extra feature, a nozzle that lets you cover your flanks. The Super Soaker MDS.
Water gun's a whole new twist.
Also available, the Super Soaker bow and arrow.
And then
Oh,
I was
wow.
in Friday the 13th. Um, oh, geez, the
Like the
one
movie
where
Friday
the
the
one the
13th?
one no, it was the one on the cruise ship, and at the bottom of the gangway when the main character is coming down on the dock.
Uh-huh.
I was the little boy standing by the woman in the immigrant kind of costumes.
Okay. So now, okay, as a kid and everything, yeah. Where actually did you grow up?
Lynn Valley,
Okay.
in North Vancouver. I
Yep.
was born in Surrey, but
Okay.
my parents had a house in North Delta.
Oh, yeah.
But by the time I was 5, I was going to, or I was 4, I was going to play school in North Vancouver, Lynn
Right.
Valley,
Yeah. That's
and
where they
that's
have
and
all the,
yeah, and that's where I
yeah.
was. I went to play school, elementary school, and high school in Lynn Valley.
KJ, I need you to know that you are very valuable, that you are worth not being abused. I'm sorry if that's a strong word for you, but you are being abused, and you need to find a place that you can be safe. It can be a place of someone that you trust or a place that you can go. You need to really look at how that affects you, because you are the only person that you have. When somebody uses you to vent their anger in that way, it's not a normal thing. KJ, I would like you to feel supported. I think in a half a minute talk show, I think you're not getting the support that you need. And I would like to suggest that you talk to a professional.
This segment brought to you by Blue Planet Eco Eyewear. New Indie Blue light filtering glasses. Keep eye strain and fatigue at bay with these eco-friendly glasses. Plus, for every pair sold, we donate a pair of corrective glasses to a person in need. And plant a tree. Just click the link and use coupon code Mike's Moment for 15% off. Do your part for the planet.
So I was just going to throw in there. I've been born and raised in British Columbia. I started out in a shipyard in North Vancouver. I moved to.
Wait a sec. Wait, you're like a shipyard making boats and ships and stuff, like BC ferries, that kind of stuff?
Oh, I was the first apprentice on the ANF or the catamaran ferries, the British Columbia catamaran ferries. I worked for a company called ANF. I was the first apprentice on. I built from the pontoons to the main car deck to the second car deck to the accommodations level to the front ramp, the rear ramp with three other companies, Vancouver Shipyards and Allied, I believe, was the other shipyard. And then there was another company up in Seashells or something that set the I built all three catamaran ferries from the bottom up as an apprentice. That was with when Glenn Clark was in charge. That was the British Columbia government that bought the catamaran ferries, and I think their downfall was they were going a little too quick, and they were causing all the intermediate islands from Horseshoe Bay to Victoria to, they were causing such a wake. They were ripping domestic boats anchors right off the ground because too much wake, and it causes, when they came in, because they had 4 jet propulsion engines, just like your average jet ski, and that when they went to reverse, they would leave it in full throttle, but it was just a funnel that would come down and reverse the direction of the jet power. Well, they turned the whole Horseshoe Bay into like a huge foam party. The whole bay was like 12 feet full of foam.
Wow.
They were quoted each ferry for something very small, and they ended up being way overpriced. And then the government of British Columbia decided to put them up for auction, and they were purchased for I want to say $4 to $6 million a boat, when they actually ended up costing the taxpayers over.
It was huge. It made the news, and we were all going, "What were you thinking?" I remember that. We were like, "What were you thinking?"
It was like 100. I think it was like 190 million a boat, and they sold at auction for like 4.5 million a boat.
They're lovely looking boats, but by now British Columbia New Democrats probably wish they'd never heard of fast ferries.
Remember these? The fast ferries. In the late 1990s, the NDP commissioned 3 aluminum-hulled catamarans to be built in BC. The project went way over budget, coming in at a cost of $450 million. That was only the beginning. A number of problems, including the ships producing a wake that damaged docks, sunk the fast ferries, and maybe the Premier Glenn Clark led New Democrats too.
British Columbia Ferry Corporation is well aware that there has been a problem with wake. We are mitigating against that by reducing speed.
The NDP spends $500 million tax dollars on fast ferries, and now the minister admits that they can't go fast.
Today, former Ferries Minister Gordon Wilson says the catamarans were simply the wrong vessels for BC ferries.
You don't commute in a Ferrari, okay? So that was the problem. That was the only problem. There was nothing wrong with the technology. There was nothing wrong with the workmanship. There was nothing wrong with the design.
Quarter, half, 1.5. Sold.
The Liberal government sold the fast ferries for a fraction of their cost and later reorganized BC Ferries into a private corporation, promising a more streamlined, user-friendly system.
Totally took a hit. Yeah.
One engine. There was 4 huge jet engines, and one engine is worth more than the whole boat. And the whole boat was made out of aluminum, like this thick, that thick. The whole boat was aluminum.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine what the dollar amount in that is.
On the next episode.
Minus 52 Celsius is minus 61.1 Fahrenheit. Minus 61.1 Fahrenheit.
This picture is of me inside my truck like 3.5 to 4 minutes after